It's Madden NFL 23, and the focus is on Patrick Queen, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Colts and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 136 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Raiders at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is Harris. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about what they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run once more with Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line, so if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple more times.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
They open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. Touchdown! Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Harkey adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Taylor. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 43-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They give to Taylor out of the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right out and right up the middle.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Taylor. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Cousins to throw it. This is caught. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game, we skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Charles Harris getting in there behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Chad Muma brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Pushes past him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That's good for Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. To the right side, this is Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Brings up third down and 9.
Cousins now. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown. Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Raiders offense ready to go. Well, last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again. Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it. As you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. And he's going to pull his way forward to the 48. 180 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it? Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air. Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. Hurts, and that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that. And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry. No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we play back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter. Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st down, Hurts. That is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And this is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. Touchdown, Colts! Darren Waller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready. They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here this 4th quarter.
They go play action. Cousins.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, break!
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
2nd and 11 now. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the
clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score.